Good afternoon. Welcome to the Midday Mull for Tuesday, the 9th of December. Having been tied up in meetings for the better part of the day, it's actually quite a late afternoon mull, but the Word of God is unchanging, and we look to that. Today we're looking at 2 Chronicles chapter 9, where the writer continues looking at King Solomon, and it talks about the Queen of Sheba's visit. Verse 3, when the Queen of Sheba saw the wisdom of Solomon, as well as the palace he had built, the food on his table, the seating of his officials, the attending servants in their robes, the cupbearers in their robes, and the burnt offerings he made at the temple of the Lord, she was overwhelmed. So here comes this foreign dignitary, this queen, and she sees everything, and she's amazed at what she sees, and continues. She said to the king, "The report I heard in my own country about your achievements and your wisdom is true." But she says, it's more than I could have, it's more than what I was told. And so she sees what he's doing, and she sees how things are going, and she's amazed, and he answers all her questions. And as I was reading it, I thought, I wonder what she attributed it to. Was this just this brilliant individual? Is this just this man that is superb, that has this wisdom extraordinary, and you can see it in all that he does? But her comment includes, she says, how happy your people must be that they have such a wise ruler. And then in verse 8 she says, praise be to the Lord your God, who has delighted in you and placed you on his throne as king to rule for the Lord your God. Because of the love of your God for Israel and his desire to uphold them forever, he's made you king over them to maintain justice and righteousness. And so she can see that this is what God has done, not for Solomon, but for his people, and not just for his people, but for his own name. And so she can see behind all that Solomon's doing, that there's God behind it. Now, as I read that, I thought, my real prayer is that as we go through our lives, we won't be as, well, certainly I won't be as wise as Solomon, but hopefully people will see things in us, that we will be organized, that our lives will reflect the goodness of God, and they will see through that and see the God behind it all. And so that as they interact with us, they won't praise us. They will give praise to God, who's enabled us, who's shaped us, who's led us, who's made it happen. So our prayer is that like Solomon, God will endue us with the gifts we need, use us in the way he wants, and bring glory to his name through what we do. So be encouraged to let God use you in whatever it is. And there will be so many different ways that God can use us. And as he does that, he will be glorified and he will be praised. Be blessed.